Raise your core, very good. Good. Go, push, go, you can do it. Yes, good. Yes, there you go, good. Last two. One last. Yes, very good. Good job.
Before 21-9, I was running a training consultancy. And it seems that, I'm at the very pinnacle of my success. I was training speakings, I was traveling, winning awards after awards. We finally got recognized and we were winning like 7 different awards over like 3 to 4 years. So being the eldest in the family, of course, there's always this striving mentality that because you are the eldest in the family, so you need to be able to prove yourself. I was very disciplined, very strict with myself, almost a perfectionist. But of course, perfectionist comes with its downside, is that being perfectionist, you tend to be very impatient. You tend to be impatient with yourself, with people, with progress. You want to get that fast, you want to get there now. The beginning of 21-9, that was in March 21-9, without any warning, I woke up and I lose the use of all my 10 fingers overnight, and I couldn't clench my fists at all. I have difficulty, trying to tie my shoelaces, button my shirt. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you lost your health. You couldn't do what you love. It was that sense of hopelessness. So this is how it feels like when you lost everything. What I built up over the past 16 years, it basically collapsed overnight. I'm a speaker that speaks to hundreds of people, and suddenly I'm even afraid of walking to a lift with just one person inside. I start to lose my courage, my confidence. My mind was not in the right place. I know that I was in extreme depression and I was just standing between a thin line, wanting to end my life story. At night, when you go to sleep, the pain radiates down to your knees, to your joint, and you don't really know what was happening. I consulted 7 different specialists, and I went for multiple visits, went for multiple blood tests, scans. When I was hospitalized back then, when they done an MRI on my right hand, my whole hand lighted up in white. So anything that light up in white in MRI means that it's inflamed. So they give me a diagnosis that I have an autoimmune issue, and you have to be on medication for the rest of your life if you accept that label. The medication is an autoimmune suppressant. The side effect was so big that I have a cut in my gum. For 2 weeks, it was not healing. So the doctor told me that I take myself off the medication for 2 weeks. Actually, in that 2 weeks, my gums start healing. But I knew that once I take myself off the medications, I need to find ways to manage the pain. Some of my well-meaning friends will say that, tough time don't last, tough men do. And I told them, said that I don't even know, is there a time to begin with? Motivational books, talks, videos completely has no impact on me. Because it was in that moment I realized that I didn't know anything about human motivations. Even though I was training and speaking about motivations, and it was ironic. And during the darkest moment, I scolded God, I reprimanded God. So I was in the state of denial, I was angry, completely devastated. There was a time where I was sitting at the void deck and just listening in to my worship song, and then suddenly a message came in. It goes like, I will walk through the darkest valley with you, that is my promise, but you need to walk with me too. In that split moment, I realized that I needed help. I reached out to all my friends in faith. I just told them over the WhatsApp that I'm in trouble. And I was being very candid about what I was going through. I was seeking support, I was seeking prayers, people were reaching out to me, and I was looking out for that solution. Good morning, doctor. Hi.
Joseph?
Yeah,
take a seat. What can I do for you today? When I first saw him, and I saw him on the photograph, I know that this man was adrenal depleted. That means he was tired, exhausted. In herbal medicine, it's a holistic thing. So it's not just me treating you, it's like a partnership. How to work with you, how to transform your body, mind and soul. The doctor is really yourself. It only took 4 to 5 months, he completely went into remission. I was very glad for him. And it's because he is patient, he's humble enough to walk that journey.
So when I came back in the scene, I was trying to get hold of new information to feed my mind, to reset my mind. One of my friends was just sharing a chapter of a book in the Facebook. It says that in medical terms, remission means complete resolutions. But to the cancer patients, the word remission is that the day that you've gone into remission is the day that you need to revisit your mission. That sets me on a journey on revisiting my mission, finding a mission that is bigger than me. So today I say that, what's your bigger story? Basically, I'm asking what is your bigger reason for living? And one thing after another, RISEUP was born. Eventually, I had to come back to my training business. I need to ask myself the toughest question is that if I'm going to do training, if I'm going to do speaking again, I need to learn how to let go of the old life and learn how to live a new one. My mission today is about raising psychological best people. Being at your psychological best means that you have mental mastery, you have emotional mastery, right? You have physical, you have spiritual mastery. And the notion is that if you are at your psychological best as a leader, then you'll be able to lead your team members and your team members will be at their psychological best. If they are at your psychological best, they will be able to take care of the leaders as well. And it actually will be able to go full circle. I think as human beings, we need to do a lot more for ourselves before we can do a lot more for other people. During my path of recovery, I developed a habit of actually doing the RISEUP ritual. That is to wake up really early in the morning, like 5:30, 6 a.m., going for my morning walk and wanting to catch the sunrise. This RISEUP ritual was something that got me back into an empowering space when I actually came back into the scene. One thing about the RISEUP ritual is that when you are preparing to catch the sun, it is very intentional. Waking up each day is a very unconscious effort. But to rise up each day is a conscious effort. Now, we look into our life in terms of days, and we have only 30,000 days. It gives a much more deeper perspective that every day counts. Are you rising up today, or are you just waking up?